I definitely had too much faith in what was about to happen. I'm a Celebrity episode 4. GK and Dean get sent to do the Bush Tucker trial, and I said, no, she's going to spur them on, they're going to do really well. Well, they tried. They were in two tanks, he was on the top, she was on the bottom, and the water was coming in. He had to put his hand in and feel for different keys, with whatever, like bearded dragons and stuff, and then she had to get the keys at the bottom and go down and try and open the padlocks. Now, as somebody who would not be wanting to put my hand in with cockroaches or anything else, I feel like her part was the hardest, because it's one thing trying to swim down to the bottom of water and open my padlock, but it was the fact that she didn't have any space and she had to like push herself down and try and stay down. I'm not scared of water, I'm not claustrophobic, like I wouldn't be scared of drowning or anything. Obviously she had things swimming about in there with her, but she was clearly crap herself. Dean was at the point where he was literally just screaming for no reason, and every time he was screaming, she was screaming. And he says it's a vicious cycle, and Ant said, well, don't scream. And I don't watch the show after it because I can't stand the presenter. He's one of the reasons I don't watch The Masked Singer UK, as well as Davina McCall. But I just quickly was flicking through the channels and I seen Ant saying that he was getting annoyed at one point because he was screaming for no reason. And he said, I don't mind if they're scared or they're trying something and they can't do it. He says, but when you're watching them not even try, it gets infuriating. When they had 2 minutes to go, they still didn't have any stars, and she went down and she was trying to open the padlocks. And I just thought, do you know what? See, if you've not got any by now, you're probably not going to get any. And I'm always like, there's always a chance. But I just felt like, no, I really think that they did a shit job. And I feel like GK's job was the hardest, but I don't think that she done that well. I don't like to be judgmental, right, because I would never be in there, but if we're being honest, it was pretty pathetic. One of the things that frustrates me the most is they're all saying, oh, I've watched the show before, they know what they've signed up for, and okay, sometimes you don't even know that you're scared of something until it's right in your face, but surely to God, if you were really that scared of everything, you wouldn't even go on there. Like, I mean, how much money is he getting paid? Surely it's not that much. When they got back to camp and told them they didn't have any stars, everybody was really understanding. I mean, what are they supposed to do? She was saying, oh, just shout at me, but like, they weren't in that situation, and you don't know how it feels until you're actually in that situation. And at the end of the day, they've got rice and beans. Now, I cannot eat food without salt, but I says to my friend, at least they've got rice. Like on Big Brother at one point they had basic rations and they had everything. Potatoes, rice, porridge, pasta, everything. And okay, they didn't have salt, and I thought, right, you just need to get used to it. As I was watching this, I ran out of salt when I was eating my Chinese, and I was like, oh my God, this is the most disgusting thing I've ever ate. My advice to myself now is if I'm ever going to go on Big Brother, stop eating salt weeks in advance, because it's the only way I'm going to survive. Other than that though, if I did have salt, give me rice. I love rice. Give me porridge. Give me pasta. Give me all the basics. If anything's got salt on it, pretty much, I'm good to go. Talisa was talking about a thing in her past where she almost went to jail. And up until now, I've never been a Talisa fan. Can't stand N-Dubs. Never really liked her on the X Factor. And the other day, because I've been tagging her in videos, a clip came up and she was talking about how when she was on the X Factor and her tape was leaked, and then everybody started treating her differently, and basically she was getting sacked anyway, which I kind of don't really understand. Like, when it comes to adult tapes being leaked, it's like there's two adults doing something that adults do. Most adults do it. What's the big deal? Okay, you might think, why are you filming it, or why are you allowing somebody to film it? But like, is it a massive deal? I don't understand why it happens to people, and it's like, oh my God, that woman is the worst woman who's ever existed in life. And it's actually the man who's probably, it's been his idea to film it and then he's leaked it. But the woman gets all the blame. Obviously there's new laws came out for like revenge porn and stuff, but like, it's just not a big deal to me, and it's a shame that it just ruins people's careers. So this is the first time that I've ever really actually liked Talisa, because when she was a judge on the X Factor, as I say, I don't like N-Dubs, and I'm sure, like, she's obviously got talent, they're obviously really famous or whatever. She was saying that she's got millions of followers, but I just kind of thought, who are you to tell somebody if they can sing or not? Do you know what I mean? Like, I know she can sing, but I just wasn't really a fan. But now I'm thinking, oh my god, she is such a nice person. Malvin was talking about having a crush on Carol Vorderman, and he says he's met her before, and they were like, oh, she would love somebody just so confident to just go up and tell them how she feels. I don't know if she's married, I think she might be divorced now, but he was practising his lines, and me and my pal were sitting watching it, and he was saying, oh, I've got a restaurant booked for Friday, I'll pick you up or whatever. I was like, oh my god, he is so adorable. Do you know what? I don't know if Carol's going to be interested, but I hope that when he comes out, she at least like takes him out for dinner or something. That was cute. Danny was talking about having anxiety. I like McFly, but I'm not a fan, as in, like, I don't follow their personal life and stuff like that. And it's always crazy to me to find out when a famous person has got anxiety. Like actors and singers and people who perform to millions of people is crazy to me. Like, I get anxiety when I'm public speaking. And people are always surprised by that because, as we know, I just like to stand and talk shit. But when there's a group of people standing just staring at me, I'm like, oh, my throat actually closes over. It's bizarre. That's what it does. My friends always think that I'm such a confident person, but I get nervous like everybody if I've got a face-to-face interview or I've got to do like a Zoom call or something with people that I don't know. I get nervous. And it's just so insane that he gets up and performs and does all this stuff and he's got anxiety. And then when they were talking to him about it, he started crying. And Talisa was like, you know, it's good to be vulnerable, like it shows your strength. Again, I agree. We spoke about this last time. It's such a healthy thing to be vulnerable and show your emotions. And back, even up until now, a lot of people say men shouldn't cry, men shouldn't be vulnerable, men have to be strong. Fuck they people. Actually, I can't stand it. It's so toxic. Like, men have got the right to show their emotions the same as everybody has. Ant and Dec returned to the camp to reveal who was going to be doing the next Bush Tucker trial, and it was between Danny and Dean. And I thought, oh, I hope it's Danny. I know that when they're going round their names and they say it's not you and they're like, oh yeah. I actually think that some of them are sitting there nervous, but they're also thinking, yes, I want to do this, this is why I'm here. A lot of them will be excited about it, but once again they picked Dean. It's so predictable. Like, it's just going to be crap. And the guy feels bad enough as it is, do you know what I mean? Like, they're all going to be starving. I really wish that they'd picked Danny. Tonight, Maura and, is it Richard, are coming to the camp. And I know a lot of people think that Maura's not a celebrity. Technically, to me, she's not a celebrity either. But she is a TV presenter now. And she does the after show on Love Island Australia or USA. I actually think she's quite funny. That being said, I think that if she gets put on rice and beans for a night or two, the camp's not going to be peaceful any longer. I kind of thought to myself the camp's going to end up with no stars. However, on the after show, I briefly seen Dec saying that they have Bush Tucker trials that are really hard and then some that are just like a bit of fun and they're easier. And apparently tonight's going to be the easier one. So there is hope. But let me know what you thought of last night's episode and I'll see you again tomorrow. Bye!